free-range pigs, it's pretty much impossible to keep them in without concrete fences. So we did have, I think they're called pig pens, like little panels. So we put them around an old calf shelter. And we built the back up with regular cattle panels. And then they kept digging holes or climbing up my steps to get in there, to get out, or eating out. And water was also trouble too. That we had a big water tank in there, and they'd screw off the little nozzle. And so we just decided, open up the gate, they're now free-range pigs.
You to a friend of ours, an upcoming rancher. His name is Wyatt. He's got pigs. He's all about those pigs. He loves pigs. And I sat down and did an interview with him because I thought what he did was really, really special. And his parents have raised him and are teaching him finance through this. They're teaching him how to have his own business. And he is doing it, and he's doing a really good job of it with raising these pigs, using the money. The first year he talks about how he borrowed the money from his parents. He got them paid back. Now he raises pigs and sells them whole, halves, and quarters for meat. And he's making a good amount of income doing that, and he's using that to buy other animals. He wants to get into larger livestock, and he talks about all that in here. And I just think that when we see kids making these kind of decisions for the future of their lives, and we see them just taking the bull by the horns and creating their own little businesses and companies, it's just awesome, and I want to highlight that in this video today.
I just picked pigs because I wanted to make a little bit of money, and I always thought pigs were a cool animal. So the first patch of pigs, I was asking around if anybody had pigs for sale. And Dad was looking on Bizman one day for something, and he saw this guy up by Aberdeen was selling pigs, Hereford pigs. And so I decided that if I borrowed the money from my mom and dad, then I'd pay them back when they got butchered. So after I got them, I was asking around in church, and I told my grandma and grandpas and my aunts and uncles, and I got rid of it very easily. And then we sold them in wholes, half, and quarters. And so then I paid my mom and dad back for getting the pigs and the feed. And then I rolled the money over into a second batch, and into a third batch, and into a fourth batch, and I'm at my fifth batch, I'm pretty sure. About 1.5 pigs pays for my feed. Then to roll it over, I get more bigger animals like sheep. A sheep can give me one little lamb, buck lamb, can bring me about $175. So we rolled it over into some sheep, then we kept a couple of them for show. Could also get, or I want to get a bow and arrow or a dirt bike, or 2 heifers. Heifers are like cows that have not had any babies yet, and so roll into heifers, and we'll put them with the group. Then the bull will breed them, and then it'll have babies, and then we will, if it was a boy, we could sell it, or we could butcher it, or we could keep it into the herd and have more cows. So when I save up all this money, I want to build up to be able to buy a ranch and animals, and so that way I won't have huge debt. So a couple of the challenges are they would root up new grass that we planted, and they root up under the trampoline. They would eat my mom's flowers, or in the wintertime, they would always go down to the neighbors a half a mile away, and I'd have to jump on the four-wheeler in the freezing cold with my overalls, and my face would get cold, and that was nasty. And another challenge is they'd come up and eat the trees that we plant, and like sometimes my brother makes a dumpster run and he can't get it in the dumpster, so they'll open the bag and eat leftovers or dirty tapers. So there's garbage all around the dumpster, so we had to pick that all up. And another challenges are with loading them and transporting them. So my dad is a full-time cattle rancher, and so the first time we put him in the lean of the barn in a cattle pen, and then we had to put two ropes around them, one around their head and one around their hind leg. My dad would get the hind leg with the rope, then pull it into the trailer. Then the other rope, he would put it through one of the holes in the trailer, and then I would hang on to it and pull. Then we ended up putting boards. Well, the second time is a different story. My dad has heard that if you put a 5-gallon bucket over their head and back them into the trailer backwards, it'll work. So we tried that, and we put it on a big fat pig that I named Sally to keep for our sow, and she didn't like it. And so first we got the bucket on her head, then she would keep whapping her around, and it was like a sledgehammer. And so then we tried to back her into the trailer. Then we couldn't get the bucket off their heads. And so another reason is too, they can root up anything, and like if you get them into the trailer, there's just about that much space, and that's a must if you have them pretty much cornered. If you have that's just enough space for them to get their snout under and try to get out.
What a great interview we had with Wyatt, and thanks a lot for our time there. And Wyatt, thanks for the pigs, man. You do a great job.